It was only last night, guys, that I said that this is the year of litigation, files, trials, cases, and etc. And it seems to be the case because Oprah Winfrey has just been dragged into a major hip-hop star's R-word case. Hey guys, it's Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video where Oprah Winfrey has been dragged into hip-hop icon Russel Simmons' high-profile R-word case. The billionaire, 71, has officially been subpoenaed by Drew Dixon, one of Simmons' alleged victims, in an ongoing defamation lawsuit against the rapper. According to Page 6, it has been revealed today. Dixon is suing Simmons over remarks he made in a 2023 interview about her R-word claim and about Winfrey dropping out of executive producing a 2020 documentary on the scandal because she was directly related, not to the Russell Simmons stuff, we don't know that, but to try and document all of this. And all of that basically backfired. She dropped it and just basically did not touch it in regards to the scandal. Simmons claimed that Oprah Winfrey had backed away from the project after discovering inconsistencies in Dixon and other alleged victim stories, and that she had recordings that revealed those inconsistencies. Now, attorneys for Dixon have commanded that Winfrey hand over documents, recordings, and other tangible things, giving the talk show icon a March 18th deadline. Now, bear in mind, we are in March 26th. They also command Winfrey appear for a deposition that may be videotaped. You are hereby commanded to produce the books, records, papers, data, documents, evidences, writings, and all other tangible things as described more fully in the attached Schedule A at law firm Bowie Schiller Flexner LLP, 55 Hudson Yards, New York, New York, or electronically to undesigned counsel on or before March 18, 2025, the subpoena begins. You are further commanded to appear and attend before a notary public or other persons authorized by law to administer oaths, and at any recessed or adjourned date testify and give evidence as a witness or an examination before trial by deposition upon oral questions. This deposition may be videotaped and will continue from day to day until complete. A very strongly worded subpoena to say that you need to come with me, beloved, and this might be videotaped. According to Page 6, it also remains unclear if Oprah Winfrey complied with the demands laid out in the subpoena by the March 18th deadline, or if her lawyers worked to actually fight them instead. It is also unclear what assets were called for. Dixon launched her defamation case in 2024 after Simmons spoke on her R-word allegations during a sit-down interview with Graham Basinga in 2023. He seemingly suggests that Dixon was thirsting for fame and seeking notoriety, but accusing him of R-wording her back in 1995 as well at his apartment. He also insisted that he'd only ever had consensual relationships with women and that he'd never been forceful in any of his relationships. In the same interview, he said Oprah Winfrey's exit from On the Record, a documentary about Simmons' alleged crimes, was a result of her finding inconsistencies in Dixon and other women's stories. Simmons also made mention of the tapes Winfrey allegedly has of everyone she interviewed or spoke to for the doc. She taped about 20 witnesses and those tapes are available, he told Basinga. He started the conversation by telling Basinga that he didn't watch On the Record because it's not true, and I think that Oprah said the stories don't add up. He said that Oprah Winfrey wanted more time to shift her focus on the project and wanted to change the entire thing to a documentary about men in general and about the whole music industry. I couldn't be a subject anymore because she had found too much contradictory evidence about the stories about me, Simmons alleged. Oprah Winfrey withdrew herself as executive producer of The Record in January 2020. Whilst appearing on CBS to address the departure, she said that her decision to leave the project was not a victory for Simmons in any way. I unequivocally say that I did not pull out because of Russell, she said at the time. This is not a victory lap for him. I cannot be silenced by Russell Simmons after all I've been through. She said that she believed and stood in support of the women in the documentary who made the accusations. Oprah said that professional differences with collaborators on the documentary led her to make the very difficult decision to completely disengage with the project. I said to them, Houston, I think we have a problem because new information had come forward. I just care about getting it right, and I think there's some inconsistencies in the stories that we need to look at. I wanted the context of the story to be broadened. I wanted more women brought more into the story. She said the lesson she gleaned amid her work on the project was that you don't put your name on anything that you do not have creative control over. The film, which was acquired by HBO after being dropped by Winfrey and Apple, is centered around Def Jam A&R executive Dixon's allegations of R-word against Simmons during a 2-year stint at the company. It focuses on how Dixon wrestled with the choice on how to bravely come forward and speak about Simmons. So it's unclear to us, guys, whether Oprah Winfrey is going to listen to the subpoena demands and go to trial and it be videotaped, or completely ignore it. My guess is that Oprah Winfrey's lawyers are going to fight this. I don't think that she's going to subpoena. She's going to refuse to do so. I believe she's left all of this behind her. And for her to continue on with this and, you know, do a subpoena, is a PR train wreck. She doesn't want to have anything to do with this. She doesn't want to go down that road. She wants to completely ignore it. She put it on the back burner for a reason. She's done with this conversation. She wants to wrap it up. And that's what she feels like she's done. So this is like a hand coming out the grave, child, trying to drag her back and basically say, we're not done with this conversation yet. Do you understand? We're not done with this conversation yet, guys. They ain't holding back. She's been dragged into this case, and now she's basically been asked to be subpoenaed. She's basically now falling into the legal drama, which ain't good at all for her. But I always feel like Auntie Winfrey is always at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I don't understand why. Whether she's seen with Epstein, whether she's seen with Harvey, you know, whether probably she was seen with Diddy at this point, we don't know. She basically feels like there are inconsistencies, and that's why she backed out of the whole documentary. She's like, wait a minute now, are these alleged victims lying on Russel? I'm not a fan of Russel. I'm not close friends with him. Well, not anymore. I don't know if they were, correct me if I'm wrong, but she basically felt like things were odd with that documentary, and I remember that was an entire fiasco when she dropped out of that documentary, and it was dropped by Apple, and you know, it was a huge situation for her. It was all in the papers, and now yet again it seems to be a return of that cycle. So she's about to testify. We're going to see what happens. Kim Kardashian is set to testify in her trial case. We've got Diddy's trial also happening in May. Do you understand? Like, there are still active lawsuits that Jay-Z and Busby have, 3 to be exact. And I believe a hearing for one of those lawsuits is also happening today. I believe at 9-10 a.m. somewhere in America. Don't know what the time difference is of that. So we're going to track down that hearing and see what happened when it comes to that. I'm tired, guys. You understand? I even look tired right now. Even with all this fresh new lighting gear, I'm tired. I'm fasting. I need to break my fast. My throat is dry. I need water. Honestly, guys, filming these videos whilst fasting is not easy. It really isn't, because either I'm forgetful or pronouncing words incorrectly, or I just really want that glass of water because whatever. But I want to be timely with these videos. I want to come out with them when the stories are hot, so that it just really allows them to be a bit more immersive for you guys. Let's just say, I don't know, maybe that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Sound off in the comments below. Do you guys believe Oprah is in trouble in any way? I think it's too early to say so, but you never know. Her connections may come against her one day. It's happening to P. Diddy right now. Why can't it happen to any of these other famous people, famous billionaires? Let me know your thoughts are, guys. Let me know. Send a tip if you guys wish to. There's a $sign there. It goes a long way. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.